So, welcome to this week's podcast, Robbie MacIssac. Robbie, how are you, mate?
Brilliant, mate. Yourself?
The very best, the very best. Now, we have you on this week's show for a very good reason. You've got quite a special announcement and stuff, but we'll talk about that in a minute or two. First of all, I kind of want to reintroduce yourself to the podcast. So, for folks who aren't aware of who you are, do you want to introduce yourself again?
Yeah, indeed. So I'm Robbie MacIssac, and I've been playing the bagpipes for 11 years now, I think. So just a wee bit more to that. And then in terms of piping, I play with Scottish Power Pipe Band. So I've played with them for I think 6 years. Since I was 15, I started playing with Scottish Power. And I invented a product for the bagpipes called the Flux Blowpipe. So about a year ago, I came on the Big Rab show and spoke about it. So it's good to be back and catch up and then have a new announcement. So it's great to be here, Rab.
There you go. So speaking of the Flux Blowpipe, for those of you watching the video at home, hey, there's mine. I have to say, man, this thing has been so popular for pipers around the globe, I should say. Can you tell me how have things went since you've launched this new product?
Really good, it's really exciting, and there's a sense of pride behind getting something that you've designed. Since I was 14, I started working on it. And then getting it to market and having a good relationship with my customers and McCallum, who manufacture it, it's just really fulfilling work. And, to see it serves a purpose, and people are really liking the product and it works well for them, and it's changed the way they pipe. That's what we're trying to bring to the table. We're trying to bring innovation, a bit of development. So it's really cool to see. I'm loving it.
It's fantastic, man. And if anything, my wife is all sorts of complaining at me because most weeks now I have the oven going, drying out the wee beads and stuff. I have a bit of a system going. But honestly, the product is fantastic and it's almost indestructible. Well, I'll say almost. I haven't been trying to destroy it, but I remember seeing a video actually of a car reversing over one of these and it was fine.
Yeah, indeed. That's the kind of the quality behind the product. That's what we're trying to build into it, and it's good it can be seen through that. So we're just buzzing with that. Can't ask for any better. I think if you ran over a normal blowpipe, it would break in two right away. So something we're pretty proud of.
No, I was watching it with my eyes going, no. But no, thankfully it was 100%. It was fine. So yeah, sales seem to be increasing and increasing every time I'm looking at your online profile and stuff and your advertising. It seems to be going great guns. Is that the case then? Are you finding a lot of people picking up the product?
Yeah, of course. It's good having so I'm starting to build a bit of a team. So we've got a creative director on board, and he deals with the social media, and we're taking a different approach. So we're changing to really focus on serving schools, young people, and bands. Because I'm kind of still a young piper myself, but I remember the support that a lot of these bagpiping companies gave me, and it really stood out. So that's what we're trying to do. Things have been going well, and we're just trying to keep pushing. Keep pushing and keep improving. So it's been going brilliant.
Fantastic. Good to know. Good to know. Well, away from products and all the rest, I want to talk about your own playing with the Mighty Power. Are you guys back at practice yet?
Yeah, we're back practicing. We've been practicing once a week for, I think, maybe 2 months now, or a month and a half, just as soon as the kind of restrictions allow it. But we've been practicing, and it's been good. We've not got the pipes out yet. But we've got a really good team for next year. We're growing as well, and we've got some pipers on Zoom. I've been in person a few times, and it was really good. I kind of see the feeling getting back to it. It's kind of overpowering in a sense. You get a big kind of buzz and excitement for it again, which is what it's all about. It's why I'm in it. It's why everyone's in it. It's top class, Rab. I'm really enjoying it. So we're back to it.
And to be able to see people again, do you know what I mean? And be able to play tunes with your pals. It's kind of crazy how we all missed this, And
it's good to get the crack again and stuff,
Exactly. That's what I'm finding. I'm talking to a lot of bands at the moment that are back at practice. And not only is it, the hard work and the learning of the tunes and stuff, but it's just having a laugh with your mates that you haven't seen in ages. So no, it's great to see. And I'm not going to ask you what's going on behind the scenes, but I am dead excited to see you guys on the grass next year. Yeah. So let's get into it then. The whole reason we have you on this week's podcast is because you're launching something really quite exciting. So what is this, Robbie? Tell us about it.
Indeed. So after a year of the Flux Blowpipe, part of product development is looking for new improvements. Even if it's your own product, you need to be critical. So we've come out with a Flux Plus. So this is it here. This is a Flux Plus.
Whoa, what is that?
So it It looks very similar to the product before, which is what we tried to maintain. People like the look of it. It doesn't look really different on their pipes and things. But the main thing is inside, which is really exciting. So the first thing we've done is we've got a new bore. So basically, it used to be nickel plated. Now we've got a chrome bore. And basically, the reason for that is because it's harder wearing and corrosion resistant. And the second reason is because it stays cooler for longer. So technically, it's got a higher heat capacity, which means it takes more energy to raise the temperature of the bore by 1 degree. So basically, if it stays cooler for longer, it condenses more moisture from your breath. So it's a win-win. So that's the first improvement. The second improvement is we've put an O-ring on the seal. So it makes it incredibly airtight and really, really satisfying when you're screwing it together.
You get that squeak then as you're tightening it. Yeah.
Not really. It's just a kind of soft close. It's brilliant, Robbie. You need to experience it. So it's really cool. That sounds a bit like a geek, like an engineering geek, but I love that. So that's that. And then the third improvement, which is, this is cutting edge. I'm really excited to say this. So instead of the beads, we're doing away with the beads.
What? Oh, they're my favourite bit.
I know, Rabbit. We've got something better. So it can be fun dealing with the beads, but a lot of the time when I was using it, I was like, this is brilliant. But 6 months down the line, when I was out playing, maybe at a wedding or something like this, it'd just be a pain sometimes, and then you have to oven bake them, and sometimes you can overcook them and you have to buy them more often. And I thought, right, let's make this easier for everyone. So I went out and done a lot of research, and I worked with a company, and we made a special engineered cloth. Now, this is really cool. I'll send you a picture so you can put this in the podcast right now.
There you go. So for those watching the video, you're probably seeing this right now. So
we've got a cloth here. It's basically a needle felt laminated woven cloth, and it kind of turns to like a gel-like. Basically, it absorbs 4 times as much moisture as the beads.
Wow.
You take it out and you can squeeze it and reuse it up to 150 times right away. So
no way.
It's top class, Rab. I'm really impressed by it. The other good thing I've found as well is you don't need to change them as often. So you can maybe keep it in for a week. And because it absorbs so much moisture, it just keeps going and going and going.
Yeah.
And then you just squeeze it and then dry it out, put it in, you're good to go again. It's just so much easier. And, that's a part of product development is it's really bringing the engineering to the table, the design, and just improving everyone. And I love it. It's really fulfilling.
There you go. Do you know what, Robbie? I was going to ask you about this because as you buy the little refills here, let me see. I'm doing this completely visual things on a podcast. I've got one of your little refill packs here. I was going to do a bit of a refresh on mine actually this week, but getting them out of the packet and into the thing, I don't have the skill set. I might have big fat fingers, but they seem to go everywhere, and they're a little bit. I was going to ask you, is there a certain skill to it and getting these little beads? But in future, we won't need to. We're just going to have this cloth now. Hey, there you go. You've just kind of scuppered the half of my interview there. But so when can folks then have a look at this new product and hopefully purchase it?
Indeed. So we're going to be launching it on the 8th of November. So a week and a bit to go. And we're going to have some social content coming up in the leading week before and things like this. But we've got products on the way to our retailers and things. So this should be pretty readily available as soon as you see it. And it'll be back on stock because we're sold out. So we need to restock our website, which I'm really excited to do.
Fantastic.
So that's it. I was down at McCallum's last week and we've just run a new batch of production. And it took a month or something. So it's really cool to finally have it here in the flesh and have my own one, so I can play. So it's brilliant.
So you have one there at the moment. Do you want to hold it up again for the camera, just for folks who can see? So as you say, it looks very similar to the older version, the older model. Yep. Can I ask then about the change of the metal insert to a different material? Does that change the tone in any way?
Not at all. No, it doesn't change the tone. We've done some testing and things like this. It really just works fundamentally on temperature, because we use temperature, pressure, and absorption to eradicate moisture. So it's a really, really cool, and it's got a really nice shine to it as well. You can tell it's like a good quality product. You know what I mean? You can see
Look
it
at that. Yeah. Oh, there you go. you can tell by just looking at it that it's changed and it's upgraded. So for those of you listening to the podcast, apologies. We do know that we're doing a lot of visual things right now and we're going, ooh, and ah. But yeah, the video of this interview will be up on our YouTube channel and you can go and check that out. So Robbie, this is all sorts of exciting, man. But I wanted to ask you, is this something that you're constantly working on, improving, I guess?
Yeah, of course. So I think for the blowpipe, it's hard to say because last year I thought, right, this is a brilliant product. There's no more needing done to this, but then you develop it. But I think this one will be fundamentally on a mechanical level, probably the last release of the Flux Blowpipe. Although we have, I've taken on an engineering intern for 10 weeks, and he's currently sawing it in half and taking it to bits and make it and trying to make it even better again. So there's always stuff happening, which is really exciting. And the next focus for us is new product development. So I've got so many new products that are going to be coming, which is exciting. And it's really cutting edge stuff. It's stuff that no one's ever done before. And it's stuff we're working hard to do because we want to make a mark. And it's strange saying we now as well, because it's not just me. It's
just yourself.
People with more expertise than me are coming in. And good engineers, and we're just making a difference, which is class.
No, it's fantastic. And I remember whenever we were chatting to you about a year ago and talking about moisture control and all the rest, and how important it was with COVID and everything, and how every piper out there was suddenly really concerned about it. And we did say at the time that it was definitely a product for you to invest in. And now that it's continuing to improve, it's definitely a product worth investing in for sure. Now, if you say there's more products on the horizon, I'm not going to ask you what they are because I don't want any spoilers. But if folks do want to kind of follow your business and find any new announcements, where can they go and do that?
Yeah, the best is probably our social media. So we're pretty flexible with Facebook and Instagram. So we're under Flux Solutions. And in terms also on our website, we've actually got a new website launching on the 8th as well. So definitely check that out. It's really user friendly. It's really updated. It's going to be proper cool, something that's pretty cool. Nice. And I think we're maybe going to put a blog on the website. So loads of interesting content, and a blog will just kind of be updating on the company. So you might hear maybe wee spoilers about new products getting innovated. We like input as well. If anyone's got an idea or a problem that they have with their bagpipes, let us know, because we'd love to work with you. That's what we're all about.
There you go.
Innovation coming from the bagpipe industry, it's just a winner in my eyes. It doesn't matter who does it. It's brilliant, man. I love to see it.
Exactly. Yeah. And if anything, that's possibly one of my favorite categories of the big Rab Show Awards that we do each year, best new product and innovation. And you guys famously won it, of course, but the Flux Blowpipe. So well deserved. But hey, with this brand new Flux Plus and everything, yeah, that's a possible contender. So folks, keep that in mind for the next big Rab Show Awards coming around,
Good stuff.
Indeed. So Robbie, what's the future hold for yourself then? Obviously getting back on the grass again, I suppose.
Yeah, indeed. I think next season I'm not going to be able to play. I'm actually moving to Denmark in January. So the reason why I'm going to Denmark is to improve my engineering skills. I'm going over there to study for 5 or 6 months. At the second best engineering uni in the world. So it's really exciting, to get that and bring that experience back to Flux. That's a winner. So I'm really excited for that. So I think I'm there until the end of May. And then if Chris is nice and I know the tunes, you never know, I might get to play the rest of the season. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm gutted to be missing the first half because there'll be such a buzz about the place. But I think I'll be back and forward. I think I'll fly in for the contests and just tune the drones and things.
Good man. No doubt we'll see you on the grass for sure. So I think at this point, we'll possibly even drop in a little clip of you playing. Now, in this little clip that you have here, is this, you're obviously using the blowpipe, but is this the new one you're using or?
Yeah, indeed. And this is Robbie in the future here. So I'm recording tomorrow.
Oh, so, right.
You see this on the screen right now. But this is a new one, of course. And when I play the new one, I usually play it when I play the pipes, I don't get them out for 10 minutes. I get them out for an hour, 2 hours, and I just really enjoy it. And it's good time that I enjoy just playing. So this will be the Flux Blowpipe in real testing in action tomorrow. So I'm excited for you to see the product getting used, but also to see me playing as well, because it's been a while.
It has. Yeah.
I like it. So enjoy.
There you go. Here's a wee clip. Robbie, thanks a million, mate. That was fantastic. And yeah, I think the future's bright for both yourself and for the business and for this product in general as well. So, what was the website again then for folks to go and check this?
It will be www.fluxsolutions.co.uk.
There you go. And if anything, I have to say, I'm hugely encouraged by the way that you're continuing to tinker with it. You know, I remember famously we spoke to Stuart Little on the show, and he said that a world's medley is never done until the night before they actually play it. And it's very similar for products as well, you know. So yeah, keep tinkering away and improving it and making it better. Indeed. So Robbie, thank you so much for joining us on the pod this week, mate. And yeah, I wish you the best for the future. Enjoy Denmark.
Real pleasure, mate, and we'll chat soon, hopefully.